I'm Samira, and Merry Christmas Eve. Since I'm doing what I always do, and that's baking non-stop, might as well let you guys join in on the fun. Okay, so today what we're doing is, since it's almost Christmas time, and that's my favorite time of the year because you can eat desserts non-stop and no one judges you because everyone else is doing it, I'm making 5 different recipes, and the very first one is a citrus shortbread. So stay tuned to see how we do it. Okay, so now here I have my dry ingredients for our citrus shortbreads. So here, also, side note, I like to measure all of my dry ingredients and some of my wet ingredients by weight because that tends to be more precise and you don't have to wash up a million measured cups. So here I have my all-purpose flour, and I have 255 grams of this, and then I have cornstarch, which is 45 grams, and then I have half a teaspoon of salt. So for smaller measurements, I typically don't weigh them out because teaspoons are a lot easier to measure by. So then for my dry ingredients, I will have my flour and I'm gonna add my cornstarch to it. And then I will add my salt. And I'm gonna take my trusty whisk and mix them all together. Okay, so now that our dry mix is all incorporated, we're going to put that off to the side and come back to that later once we work with our wet ingredients. So now we have our butter that's slightly softened. It's just at room temperature. And I have 225 grams of this. And then I have my sugar, which is 80 grams of just normal white granulated sugar. And then I have an orange, a lemon, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So what we're going to do is, I like to use a stand mixer personally because you can have it mixing for a longer time and you don't have to wait and mix it by hand. So we're going to add my butter. And then I will add the sugar. And then we're going to let that mix for 3 to 5 minutes until it's all incorporated and nice and creamy. Okay, so now I've let my mixture mix in my blender for around 5 minutes, and so I have this nice, creamy, almost looks like mashed potatoes, so that's the sort of consistency you want. And then to that, I'm going to add my half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I will add the zest of half my orange and half my lemon. Now the lemon. So now I'm going to mix this together until it's all incorporated more and thoroughly mixed. Okay, so now that we've thoroughly mixed together the sugar, butter, and our zest and vanilla extract, what I'm going to do is take the lemon that we've already zested halfway, and then I'm going to slice that, and then we need the juice of, we only need 1/2 of a teaspoon. So I'm just going to juice that into our teaspoon, then add that to our mix, and then we'll continue to mix it until it's just incorporated with the rest of the batter. Okay, so now that we've fully incorporated everything, I'll just give you a little look. And so to be fully going for that mashed potato look with the specks of the orange and the butter zest. So now what we're going to do is grab our flour mixture from earlier and just slowly incorporate it into our butter mixture. And so what I like to do is just put in a little bit and then close it and then put it on low speed and just add more as you go to make sure it's fully incorporated. Okay, so now I've added all of my flour and incorporated till all of the visible pieces of flour were gone. And so now we have this crumbly dough. And so this is ideal for our shortbread because when we form it together, this will make sure that it doesn't fully dry out. So now I just have a pizza stone or just any flat surface that'll work. You can use your countertop. And then I'm just going to empty out my dough. So now we're just going to form it together and to make a little ball. So after you've rolled your dough into a nice ball, it doesn't have to be nice, it just has to be all put together. You're going to grab a piece of saran wrap and then put your ball in the saran wrap, cover it so it doesn't lose any moisture, and then you can flatten it into a little disc shape. just so it has some surface area. And then you're going to put this in the fridge for an hour. You can do longer, just you want it to be firm and chilled. So after you've taken your dough out of the fridge, you can rest it half an hour outside if you chilled it more than an hour, just to make sure your dough is still cool but is malleable. So what we're going to do now is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So then, once we've preheated our oven, we're going to roll out our dough. And then you can put a little flour on your surface so that it doesn't stick. Roll your dough out until it's a 1/4 inch thick. And then once you get it to your desired thickness, you can take any cookie cutter shape you like. I chose this little Christmas tree. And then you can cut them out. And then I just have a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper, and then you can put them on your sheet. So after you have all your cookies rolled out and cut and put onto your parchment lined pan, then you can put it in your preheated oven for around 12 to 14 minutes or until they're golden brown.